Hi, besties. How is it going? What am I doing here? What are we doing? Anyways, welcome to Open Tab, a new podcast that I want to start, a possible solo podcast, maybe with some additional yappers. But this is going to be a podcast where I can go to basically talk about whatever I want whenever I want. So I hope you guys enjoy the ride. It's going to be a fun one. Um, I'm currently not home right now. I know it looks like I'm at a home, but I'm basically at a home away from home, and that's totally fine. Um, anyways, if you guys don't know who I am already, I'm Joy, also probably well known as Jollibee, play on words, Joy and Jollibee, best fried chicken place I've had in the US and maybe in the Philippines, but that could be a slight lie. If you haven't heard my voice before, you might have seen me online chronically as a mid-sized beauty lifestyle influencer, or maybe on Twitch where I do crazy streams, co-working streams, loud streams. I like to do a variety of things there. And I'm also a ex co-host to the Jummyverse podcast that I did with my friend a year ago now. Um, and yeah, now I thought I might as well venture out and try a solo podcast. And I don't know, whoever listens in, listens in. Whoever is a part of the journey is welcome to join. But yeah, um, I don't know where to go from here. I just got this chair today, so we'll talk about this chair. I was leaving to go to work today, and the lobby had like there's a lobby to this apartment complex, and I see a chair. And I've been needing a setup, okay? Like I have a laptop, I have like everything I need to complete my setup as like a travel setup. And I was like, well, I don't have the furniture for this, so I saw this chair and I yoinked it so fast. And I'm very glad I did because now I just only need to buy a desk and then we should be chilling. So hopefully in the next podcast episode, you'll probably just see me sitting at a desk. But for now, you're on a nightstand next to my twin bed that really hurts my back. All right. So, I want to talk about a few things or like a couple things this first episode since this is the first episode, it's so crazy. Why did I want to do this? Why did I decide to name it Open Tab? Um I was brainstorming ideas because I've been really wanting to start a new podcast and like wanting to talk about just everything cuz I don't know. I'm just a yapper. I have thoughts in my mind that need to be released through these lips of mine, through my vocal cords. Um, so I'm using this as a chance for me to actually be like, you know what? Let's do it. So here I am. Um, but to first start, why did I choose the name Open Tab? Well, as a girly who gets very overstimulated and also does it to herself, I always tend to have a lot of tabs open. So I thought it was kind of like on brand. So open tabs, multiple tabs open, multiple thoughts in my brain, so many words, such little time. Open tab. I think a lot of people are probably going to see it as like open tab is in like a tab when you go out to get drinks or like food too. I don't know if they have tabs for food, but I know they have tabs for drinks. But no, this is more of like the tabs on your window when you're searching for stuff or when you're browsing the internet on a desktop or even on your phone. I don't even want to talk about. You guys want to? You know what? I'll just expose myself real quick. Let me tell you how many tabs I have open in my phone. Because 73. This is now 74. This is what I mean by I am just notorious for having all the tabs open. So I really thought this would be most fitting for this podcast. Anyway, we're gonna do a little bit of like a Q&A, a get to know me section before I jump into other topics. Um, Obviously, like I said earlier, my name is Joy. So nice to meet you. My name is Pink, and it's really good to meet you. You recommended to me by some people. Hey, ooh, woo. Okay. Anyway, where am I from and how has that shaped me? Well, where am I from? I'm originally born and raised in California. I was born in Vacaville, Fairfield, California. Grew up there for a couple years of my life. My family then moved to Sacramento, California, where I basically lived most of my life. Um, was a fun time. When I was in middle school, I decided to move to the Philippines to experience school there and to experience my culture. And then I ended up moving to Washington after that for like 6 months. This was all within the same year, by the way. So I was in the Philippines for maybe like 2 months, 3 months, moved to Washington for six, and then moved back to California. How has that shaped me living in California most of my life? I definitely think I was spoiled with a lot of what was provided for me. I now live in a small town in the middle of nowhere, um, not by choice. So I think I definitely did not. I took California for granted, that's for sure. Do I miss it? Yes, of course. My family lives there. My friends also live closer to the West Coast, and I'm just a Midwest girly trying to figure out life in my 20 somethings, you know? So I do feel like California shaped me very well. I feel like I was very exposed to, or I was exposed to a lot of, I guess, different cultures and community, moving around a lot due to my job. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I don't see as much as that as I, sorry, let me adjust. Let me get really degen real quick. Um, I feel like moving around, at least to these specific places that I've lived. So we lived in Alaska before this, which was actually very well versed. Like there was a lot going on. Um, but now being like in the middle of nowhere, it is a lot different. Um, but yeah, I feel like I'm very open minded when it comes to things, but I'm also very, I can also be very just like hard headed on some stuff too, for good reasons. So, yeah, born and raised in California. Let's see. What are three words your friends would use to describe you? I feel like lately I've been getting I feel like lately people have been telling me I'm funny. So, I guess funny, um a ball of light, a joy of light, a bright entity, a bright light in people's lives. That's not a word. That's not a word. Um, and the third word, I'm like a little quirky a little bit. I'm just a little silly goofy girl. That's definitely more than three words, but hey, you know what? It works, okay? It works for me. It's gonna work for you. Okay, next question. What's something people are surprised to learn about you? That is a great question. I guess one thing that people are surprised when I tell them is that I used to live in the Philippines for a few months. So I guess that's one thing. Oh, people are surprised when they learn that I'm Chamorro. And if you guys don't know what Chamorro is the correct term to use when your ethnic background is from Guam. From oh my God, from Guam. So you're Chamorran or Chamorro. Um, and I don't tend to meet a lot of tomorrows. We did a lot in California, obviously. I feel like the majority of the Pacific Islander or majority of Pacific Islanders tend to live in California, Hawaii, and apparently in Alaska. If you did not know that fun fact, I did meet a lot of fellow Filipinos and other Pacific Islanders while living in Alaska, and that was super, super fun. Lots of community there. Loved that. And yeah, that's a few questions. Maybe we can dive deeper into a few more and then we'll move on to the next topic that I do want to dive into. Ooh, what's your sun, moon, and rising if you're into astrology? So I'm not like dead into astrology. I will talk about what my sun, moon, and rising are. And if you guys are super, super into astrology, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tell me what I am below because, or what that means for me. I have like the CoStar app, but I feel like a lot of the times I'm not fully understanding. Anyways, my sun, I'm a Gemini. Um, Born June 11th, so that is my sun. My moon is in Capricorn, and then my rising is a Leo. Now, I don't know what all that means. Oh, you know what? This would be a fun way to learn. So let's go to CoStar. If you guys don't know what CoStar is, it's just like a astrology app that is very popular that people tend to use. It is very helpful. It definitely breaks things down a lot easier. Um, my chart. Okay. Sun in Gemini. The sun determines your ego, identity, role in life. It's the core of who you are and is the sign you most likely to already know. Your sun is in Gemini, meaning you are fundamentally dynamic, quick witted, eclectic, and curious. Um, Fascinated by everything, your childlike energy is often scattered in a million directions. On a social level, this may come off as gossipy or flaky. It's in your 11th house, meaning you feel the need to distinguish yourself from others through social status, including platonic and casual friends, along with your hopes, wishes, and dreams. Okay. My moon. My moon is in Capricorn. The moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. This is likely the sign you most think of yourself as, since it reflects your personality when you're alone or deeply comfortable. Your moon is in Capricorn, meaning your emotional self is somewhat repressed in the name of responsibility, seriousness, and rationality. You crave the guidance and comfort of a teacher or parent. It's in your fifth house, meaning you find security and safety through romance, self-expression, creativity, and pleasure, which is very true. Here we are right now, expressing myself. And then my ascendant or rising is in Leo. Your ascendant is the mask you present to people. It can be seen in your personal style and how you come off to people when you first meet. Some say it becomes less relevant as you get older. It changes every 2 hours. So if it doesn't make sense, reconfirm your birth time to be sure. Your ascendant is in Leo, meaning you come across as bright, good natured and magnetic. Your energy makes you seem either like a know it all or a live wire. A live wire? Someone explain that. But always the center of attention. Those are my sun, moon, and rising. If you know any more, what does defines me as? Go ahead and perceive me below. Okay, another question. Um, what's something that always makes you feel cozy or safe? My headphones. I'm just gonna say that. My headphones make me feel cozy and safe. Sometimes, if I really need to lock in and I just don't want to hear anybody, I'm getting overstimulated, I'm tired, I something. I put on a good podcast. I can listen to lo-fi music. I can listen to K-pop. I can listen to Capsiz's new EP that just came out. And that just makes me feel better. And I feel like I go into this zone of, yeah, I guess like comfort and safety that I really need. So Yeah, I would say my headphones or earbuds, whatever, is going to block out the noise because the noise can be loud. You can always turn it down, or you know, mask it with someone else. Mask it with something else. Okay, we're gonna move on to more like niche specific questions. For fashion and beauty, what's your go-to outfit when you want to feel confident? Oh my god, that's a great question. I feel like I feel like I do like this question, but you should feel confident in no matter what the outfit is. Sitting here in my pajamas, and I feel my go-to outfit though, probably the basic like jeans with a plain black top and my wedge sandals. Like it's just giving, I don't know, early 2000s energy, and I'm here for it. Casual energy. For gaming. Hmm. What's your ultimate cozy game? Right, as of right now, probably Animal Crossing. I started over in my Animal Crossing journey because it's been years. During COVID, I actually borrowed my brother's Switch and played Animal Crossing on it for all of COVID. And that's like, what, 2 years of my life? There's like 700 plus hours put into that game, and I can't complain because it really got me through probably like the hardest part or hardest thing that the whole world had to live through. The whole world went silent, and I was just laying in my bed playing Animal Crossing. Good times, you know. Love a good comfort game. And Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley was also fun. I love the story. I love that you can go at your own pace. Okay, let me we'll do a few more. What show, movie, or pop culture moment defined your childhood? Show or movie? That's a good question. A lot of the earlier two, High School Musical. High School Musical. I'll just jump into that. Honestly, I was a High School Musical girl growing up. Like I had all three movies. I learned all the dance alongs. All I would do the sing alongs in my room as if I was Gabriella. Had a huge obsession with Troy because I thought he was the cutest guy in the world. He set my expectations for men. Like High School Musical 3 I think came out before I went to high school. Like, yeah, before I went to high school. And really thought, I really thought, I really thought my high school experience was going to be all cute and lovey-dovey and like I find the love of my life and he's gonna ask me to prom all cute and have a good time. And it wasn't. High school was probably like the worst. Was it 4 years? Probably like the craziest 4 years of my life. Um, but yeah, High School Musical definitely defined my childhood. Loved that. Loved that movie series, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and then these are just for fun. These are fun questions. What's your Delulu dream job? My Delulu dream job is to be a full-time content creator and streamer. Um, and yeah, that's my Delulu dream job. I feel like I would host fun events for either charity or just for fun. I feel like I could inspire a lot of people who may have the same body type as me, and promote affordable, cruelty free makeup that people deserve to use rather than spending a butt ton on other other makeup that is way too overpriced and not good morals. I would also love to show that it's okay to have a skin disorder. Coming from someone who has nummular eczema, it is okay to show your skin off. You deserve to show your skin off as is, as your body is as beautiful as everyone else's. And yeah, I just want to create like not a toxic positive environment, but I do want to create a safe space and a positive environment for others and young girls like me, young AAPI femme identifiers like me. Um and I don't know, just the thought of like having others look up to me, like, I don't know. I want to be that person for them as much as I can. I might not be the best well spoken person, but I will try my best to, put a smile on someone's face at the end of the day. And then, last question. What's your red flag and green flag? I guess we'll just jump right into that, and this will probably determine whether if you want to keep watching or listening to me. My let's start with red flags. Okay, we'll just do the bearer of bad news. Um, what are some red flags? What are some red flags? I don't know my red flags. Can you tell me? Here we go. My red flag. I'm indecisive. It's showing. It's literally showing as I'm recording this. That's so embarrassing. I am a very indecisive person. I feel like in the best circumstances, I know what I want usually, but like my red flag is definitely like, "Oh, where do you want to go today?" I don't know. Where do you want to go today? Or what are you hungry for? I don't know. What are you hungry for? So, yeah. I would say that's my red flag. A green flag of mine. I feel like a green flag of mine is like you can be comfortable around me. You can be, cause I'm not normal. Let's be real. I'm not normal. I feel like I try my best to people feel comfortable around me. Um, I will literally cheer you on for whatever it is going on in your life. Like you got out of bed today, I'm gonna give you a five because that's hard. That's like the hardest part of the day is getting out of bed. Um, I feel like I feel like I'm just I feel like I like being other people's hype lady. Um, just whatever somebody is celebrating, or may it be the smallest task because the small things matter too. Um, I love I just love congratulating them and hyping them up about it because why not, right? And yeah, I just want my friends and my loved ones to be successful and win in life as I do also for myself. Okay. So yeah, that was all about me. Some quick little Q&As for the last 30 minutes of this episode. I'll talk about some things and I feel like you guys already know where this might be going. I have been addicted to Love Island. Okay, I've been very addicted to Love Island. I don't even know where to begin. So if you're not caught up, I'm fully caught up now. Um, a little bit about my journey with Love Island. This is the first like reality TV show in maybe years that I've actually committed my life and time and ears and brain damage to this show. Okay, and it has been definitely a roller coaster so far. I'm not going to dive deep into every episode. I'm just going to talk about how I feel up to this episode. So I'm on episode 26. So if you're not there, feel free to tune out. Or you can listen. It doesn't matter to me. That's your choice at this point. I've been enjoying it. I've heard last season was better. I did try watching last season. People were saying that online, like last season was a lot better, at least like people wise. So as of right now, we have I don't know who the couples are. I know the two that are single are Landria and Elon. And then we have Ace and Shelly. Sierra and Nick are now closed off. Austin and Jada? Jalen? No, Jada. Remember her name. I said she sounds like Jojo Siwa. Um, and then we have Huda and Chris, TJ and Iris, Brian and I feel like I'm gonna say her name wrong. Is it Andrena? So Andrena and Brian, Taylor and Clark, and then Grayson and Pepe. I I don't know where to start. So I'm only just gonna talk about the most recent episode, which was Tuesday's episode. And what was that? What day was that? Tuesday's episode, July 1st. Okay. Um so in this episode they it was the wait, yeah. In this episode it was the day after or 2 days after the challenge where um it was like the heart rate challenge. Completely crazy. People were wilding out. Um and now here we are. They are doing a postcard challenge now where people basically are saying how they feel on a postcard to specific people, and you can either say who you are or you can remain anonymous. This whole episode, these past few episodes, honestly, have just been so messy. I just want to say that I am very excited for movie night. I didn't even know it was a thing. I got that broken down to me and I cannot wait. There's definitely going to be a lot that's exposed. I feel like the key things to take from this episode though are definitely Amaya and how much she loves and how much she does wear her heart on the sleeve because she is a very sweet and loving Amaya Papaya, and I will stand by her until the day I die. If honestly she can win solo, by all means, because everyone else, just throw them all off the island. Like, let's just recast here. Let's start over because yeah, that was a lot. Um, I feel like when she went up there, I already had a feeling that like the men that she was with and is currently with were gonna say something, and all I gotta say is that I really was rooting for you, Zach, with a K. I really was until you said something when you didn't have to say anything. And yeah, from what she said, she literally gave him a chance to speak with her. And this is not Bro Island. This is Love Island. What are you riding with your bros for? Anyway, you're not gonna win that way, okay? You're not gonna win that way. Seeing her walking away crying and being so strong at the same time, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna cry. So I started crying too. I really felt for her. So I don't know, I just hope she finds like love she deserves and somebody treats her right. Brian did stand up for her though, which is super cool. I feel like we don't know much about him yet, so I don't know if there'll be a recoupling and if people are going to start shipping Brian with her or maybe Elon with her. I don't know. I don't know. Another one that I really wanted to talk about was Pepe. I really do think he should have left when Hannah left. Because let's just be honest here, Grayson is just like a substitute to Hannah. Like, maybe I know he made it clear that he doesn't have feelings for her. Um, and that Hannah has been on his brain for the past like 3 to 4 days. Super funny. I saw a theory that when he was reading his letter, he's the one who sent it to himself. Send your own letter to yourself because Grayson didn't get a letter. So I feel like that does make sense that he sent his own letter to himself to talk about what's going on. So, yeah. That's just my 2 cents. I do feel like he should go. He shouldn't obviously like lead on Grayson. I didn't really like what he said to Grayson at the end, like when he sat back down. She was like, and because he was all like, "Oh yeah, everything's okay, it's okay," and she's like, "Who is it okay for? Nobody. It's not okay for anyone." I think those are just words that are filling the situation that didn't really need to be said. So, um, Ace going up. That, I don't know. I definitely do believe that the other men are definitely, riding him, or like his little posse, which they tend to like team up on other people. I could see that. Um I did not like the way Austin was talking to Amaya when they brought up her name. If you are bringing up a person's name in a conversation, it is now then about them as well. So for him to be like, no, 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 Amaya, this isn't about you. Don't say our girl's name in your mouth. Get it right. If you don't want to talk the talk, then don't do that. Don't do that. Should I be getting this heated before bed? Should I have led with this? Anyway, um, who went next? Who was after that? I think Huda maybe went. I know a bunch of them went. I'm mainly talking about the ones that really stood out to me. I know I don't really want to get into like the Huda and Shelly situation. I feel like that's probably going to be like a future thing that I want to talk about. In general, I'm not going to talk about any more of the girls because I just think all of them are in the wrong. I really do think that they need to sit in a circle. Just the girls. They need to sit in a circle, and they need to have a really good group intervention about everything. Everything that they need to express off their chest as adults. No raising their voices, no pointing. Honestly, that should have been done before this challenge, you know? So they need to have a grown up conversation and sit with each other and talk about their actual feelings rather than writing it down on a postcard, because that's messy as hell. I just thought it was all messy. But no, I'm very disappointed in a lot of the ladies that this past episode. Um, don't get me wrong though, a bunch of them did stand up for themselves, but I refuse to really pick a side right now because, well, there's probably going to be a lot more that's going to happen, and I refuse to feel like I need to stand somewhere. Let me know what you guys think about Love Island so far in the comments or wherever you want to. It's been very, very, very interesting. Before I develop more of a headache, let's move on. I wanted to end this episode, I guess, like on a brighter note, and kind of like let you guys know what to expect from me going forward. I am gonna try and do this once a week and see how I feel from there. I'm gonna try and do it once a week for a month to see how I feel. Um, but we shall see how that goes. Okay, I can yap, but I don't. Sometimes I'm afraid that I won't have enough to yap about, but I know I probably. Um, and I definitely want to do like different kinds of days, like not like days like that. Like I think I want to post every Thursday. I do like this cozy setting, but I think when I get like a better setup, or even when I go back home, I do want to do more of like a cuter setup, or like maybe even like I was thinking about doing a bed talk kind of moment too, where I just like record on my bed and I yap about whatever. Um, I will probably have a guest feature of my husband every now and then. We do want to do movie segments and talk about movies because him and I both enjoy movies and watch movies together. Speaking of movies, if you haven't seen the Formula One movie, super good. Would highly recommend. And there are talks of a second one. Super excited about that, and I really, really hope they follow JP's journey. And yeah, I eventually do want to like talk more about serious topics, or like give advice from a 27-year-old lady to whoever may need it, or like just my perspective on life. I don't mind sharing that, but I will probably will also do my best with balancing not diving into too much as well. And yeah. Trying to think of anything else. And then I think one thing I want to do too, I want to try doing different things every week. So maybe we can call this like side quest of the week. So for my first side quest that I want to talk about, I've been walking everywhere, okay? It's been great. I actually really love it. I did actually recently get a rental car from work that they're letting me use, so that's been nice. Since my husband and I share a car, I wasn't able to drive my own car up here or drive my own car to the destination that I'm currently at. So they're like, "Oh, you can use this rental car for the remaining amount of time that you're here." And I was just so excited. But I've been able to like walk downtown, and there's a farmer's market that was really nice. That made me so happy. I got to explore like small vendors, and I feel like I haven't been able to really do that in a long time. Um I went to hot yoga for the first time. So I've done yoga, I've done Pilates before, but hot yoga, hot Pilates, I was gonna pass out. I was gonna faint. And afterwards I was like, I could do that again. I actually almost went today, but I did not end up going because I thought I would give myself a rest day because I'm very tired from work and everything in life. So those have been like a couple side quests. I guess an additional one, I've been trying to practice more with meal prepping, so that's been really fun. This week's meal prep was barbecue chicken and mac and cheese, or my steak avocado corn bowl with cilantro lime sauce on top, which is delicious. And then for breakfast, it's usually yogurt, bananas, and protein granola. And yeah, so those were kind of my side quests of the week. If I do more, I'll mention more next week. There is like some stuff coming up in town that I want to try and go to and explore, but um, I have my social battery might run out. Anyways, it was amazing getting to catch up with a lot of you. I know I was saying that I was going to stream again, but I feel like this might be the setting that I have to resort to for the remainder of my time here in my temporary living situation. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please don't be afraid to leave a like. Let me know what you enjoyed most about this episode. Let me know what you think about Love Island. Let me know what your favorite thing is in this world. I don't care. You can just say hi in the comments. I don't really care. Um, just really excited to be starting this podcast. Just so weird. Just yapping to myself. Um, you know what? No, I'm not yapping to myself. And it's not weird. I'm yapping with y'all and you guys are listening and I couldn't appreciate that more. Anyways, have a beautiful day, week, month, wherever you are in this world, night, day, afternoon. I appreciate you guys so much and I love y'all. Bye.